Over 200 community members here have lost family members in Gaza, actually.
After their peaceful sit-in at the University of Ottawa's Tabaret pavilion was ignored, a group of students decided to increase the pressure on their administration by camping out on Tabaret lawn, which they are still doing 3 weeks afterwards. For one anonymous student who lived in Palestine for 5 years, this camp is a chance to support his many friends who he says are still stuck in Palestine.
The country is very beautiful. I got to really see what's going on, and obviously what's going on there is really, really difficult, so I got to witness a lot of that firsthand. We're not from the country, but they made us feel like we were one of them, and we spent amazing time together. I still have a lot of amazing memories, and one that's honestly, some of that are quite sad. I remember we used to go to this family that lived in our neighborhood almost once a month, and at one point we come back, and one of the kids that were there, he was only 2 years older than me. I was maybe 11. He must have been 14. He was killed. He was killed by a soldier there. He was sitting in his car with his cousin, and he got sniped from through the window. And so he was just a little kid, right? And this is in Jerusalem, right? So this isn't even in Gaza. It's not really even in the West Bank. And so stuff like that is very tragic to see, and that's why we're standing here. We don't want our money, we don't want our tuition to go towards funding things like this.
He shares the simple demands made by the camping students and the encampments all over North American universities. For the university to disclose any links with the Israeli war machine and divest from any company supporting it.
We're here standing before the university, asking them once again to disclose and to divest. We want transparency about where our funding tuition is going towards, and we want them to stop investing in companies that are funding the genocide in Gaza. All we're experiencing and around the world, in the US, there's just the suppression of student voices. They're silencing us. So we're trying to fight back against that. We want to reclaim that narrative and let them know that we will not stand for them spending our money to kill children, to kill women, men in Gaza or anywhere in Palestine, and we want to end to all their ties with Israel, academically and economically.